Hi, this is Kurt Thompson, and today we're doing a special video series coming right from my 4-month brass upper register course. So this is not about demonstrating high notes and some of the more spectacular techniques of the course or some of the things that I do. I'm bringing this all the way down to a level that might be suitable for a middle school student or junior high school student, all the way up to any advanced player. I'm doing this on trumpet, but the majority of these techniques cross right over to any other brass instrument. So if you hear me speak of a G, if I'm playing a G or a C, you can just transpose that to whatever instrument that you play on. So, well, let's get at it. So this is going to be like me teaching you in the course. This is actually a great thing. Many of you want to do the course, but there's two stumbling blocks for, at least how I see it, for the last 4.5 years of doing this. Number one, that there's a time commitment. Since this is the course that I actually do is a 4-month momentum-based course, it's important that you have the ability to meet once a week with me at a regular time for 45 minutes to an hour, and then do that for 4 months without missing too much. 1 or 2 misses is okay, but after that you start to destroy the momentum. That's one of the great secrets, should be a secret, but it seems to be for everybody, is momentum. No one talks about that, but this course is so successful because of that momentum aspect. Momentum simply being this: you start off at a certain level and a certain strength, and with none of my techniques, and we keep layering more techniques. So at the end of 4 months, you've arrived at the ability to play all 65 techniques in one day. You can't do that on day one. And so what happens is it's like you're on a big mountain. You start to come down. You don't go 100 miles right at once, right? You start to go a little faster and a little faster, and boom. So you feel that momentum really catch you, and you ride with it after you've done the 4 months. And it's quite a spectacular feeling to arrive at 4 months later and feel the strength and the surety in your chops when you're playing, and everything that's changed. It's pretty amazing. Of course, your range as well. So, but the problem is, most people that don't take the course usually don't take it for 1 or 2 reasons. They don't have the time commitment. They can't meet with me for 4 months straight on a regular basis. That seems to be the #1 hurdle. The second one is the tuition. So the tuition, although it's competitive with other things I see out there, like Berkeley's online school of music, mine's very competitive with that. Of course, they don't have my program there. But by and large, a good portion of people don't have a grand to spend for this for whatever reason. I do try to help out students and people on fixed income be able to divide the tuition monthly, and it comes out to a couple $100 a month. Still, in this bad economy, some people aren't able to do that. So those are the 2 main reasons that people don't take this course that really want to. So I'm putting together some of my favorite techniques from the course, and I'm going to be teaching these techniques just like I would teach you over the phone or via Skype. And most of my lessons are actually taught audio, because people in person, or if they're watching me on video, will tend to gravitate towards my chops and exactly what I'm doing, and sometimes try to mimic that, and that's definitely not something you want to do. My teeth, lips, everything's different than yours. So it works best when you just hear the sound of my voice over the phone for the course. The 4-month course is what I'm talking about, and people have been very successful at being able to assimilate and learn these techniques. But today you're going to actually be watching me, and just don't pay too much attention to what I'm doing. Just pay attention to the techniques I'm teaching and learn and understand those, and then you can do those for yourself. So here we go. I'm just going to flip through my syllabus, and I'm going to teach them just like I would if you were the course. The good thing about this video is after you go through it, and I encourage you to go through it as many times as you want, and after you start to get these techniques down, you see for yourself that these are the real deal. We're not playing around here. I mean, these work. And if you get excited enough, you may be able to try to figure out how to overcome one of those 2 stumbling blocks that may have prevented you from actually taking the real 4-month upper register course. What you're going to get today is going to be great, and you are going to get better from it, but it does not compare to spending time with me once a week for 4 months. Just cannot compare to that, because here we don't have that momentum-based aspect in this video lesson. So you are going to, this video lesson is going to be of value to you. You are going to get better. You are going to experience the thrill of the strength that's going to come in your power, in your upper register, in your high range. But it can't compare it to the results you would get if you spent 4 months with me. That's truly an amazing adventure there, the momentum-based adventure. So here we go. Let me just start off, and I'm going to try to really pick techniques I don't have in other videos. So if I see a technique that I've already done a little video on, I'll let you know. And I got a couple of these, and I'll provide a link somewhere in this video, or maybe down below in the description of the other videos. And so the other videos, most of them are very short, and videos on the tutorials. For example, I can just flip through here real quick with the lip buzz video. I'll just let you know which ones are already available. The lip buzz video, I have some beginning, intermediate, advanced ones on my the video site. I also have the low relaxed lip buzz, the triple pedal C on there. The Claude Gordon method is one that we're not going to go through today, but it's definitely one of my favorites. It's a biggie, and you can actually get that in a separate video tutorial on my site. So we're not going to go through that today. It's already been done, and that actually the time-consuming one. It took up about 30 minutes. Let's see what else. What else do I have that would be another video before I get to the first technique for today? Okay, yeah, I got the pedal tone overview. If you're not very familiar with pedal tones, or if you play pedal tones and not really sure what you're doing down there, what pedal tones do what for you as far as results and why you're working on them, you definitely want to check out my pedal tone overview video, which you can find on the products page. The no air tone technique is also one that I have. It's going to be coming soon on a video products page as well. And now we get to the first technique. See, I'll just go in order of how I usually divvy these out. So now the first technique that we're going to come to that I really like a lot, so you're going to write this down. Now the way I teach my course, you got your phone, I got my phone, you don't see me, I don't see you, but you hear me, you got your horn out. It's more of a masterclass clinic type of format, so I'm lecturing on these techniques, so you need to write it down. And I'm going to tell you how long to do it, I'm going to tell you why to do it, I'm going to tell you the results that you're going to get out of it. So write this down. The first and we've come to the conclusion of this particular mini course on upper register. It's a slice out of the 4-month upper register program that I teach. It's my hope that through interacting with me through this media, you get a sense of my teaching style, because this is basically how I teach it. When you're involved in the course, this is how I teach. I try to be very thorough. I go over stuff, I repeat it, I try to make sure you understand it. Of course, you and I would be actually be interacting, you would be asking questions and things like that in the course. So my goal is, number one, that you get a lot out of these techniques and it makes you a better player. Number two, you go, wait a minute, Kurt Thompson was right on the money on these techniques. They are working for me. I'm getting results. It's the real deal. Number three, and at some point when the situation is right for you, when you can make the time commitment, when you do have a couple extra $100 and you want to go ahead and invest in yourself, in extreme improvement in your power, your range, and your upper register, and everything else that goes along with the physical part of the horn, my hope is that you'll contact me and get involved in the upper register course. I would love to have you, and it's a kick for me to watch people get involved in the course, where they're at the beginning and what happens after this momentum hits. Remember, you got this momentum that's happening over the 4 months. It's really incredible, and you got to watch some of the reviews of people that have already graduated the course. I mean, people are ecstatic, they're stoked, they're pumped, they're hyped. I mean, they're motivated, they're charismatic. It's quite an amazing transformation, especially when you've added 4 notes. Or right now, my top performing student happens to be Werner from Holland. Dude added an octave in 4 months. He started off with around a high C, high D, and he was hitting double C's after 4 months. So now he's the exception. He's the only guy that so far out of almost a couple hundred in the last 4 years in this particular course that has done that. I never did that. I didn't gain an octave at any time in my entire life in 4 months. So he's quite an unusual player, but it could happen to you. But it's really good to see on my end. It's quite rewarding. So anyway, I hope to see you at some point in the upper register course, the real 4-month course. I know that you would love what would happen to your playing. By having participated with me in this in this media setting here through the digital download that you got in this particular video tutorial. I hope you can get a sense about how I teach, how these techniques really are effective, and then contact me and let's get after it. So I'm Kurt Thompson. You can always reach me at email by kurt@trumpetsizzle.com. That's KURT@TRUMPETSIZZLE.com. Kurt@trumpetsizzle.com. And of course my website is trumpetsizzle.com. On YouTube you can find videos at youtube.com/yourbrassinstructor. youtube.com/yourbrassinstructor. And then if you want to catch all the installments from the brass improvement email series that I've done on Facebook for part of 2012 and 2013, you can go to facebook.com/brassleader. facebook.com/brassleader. LEADER, brassleader.com, or sorry, /brassleader. Anyway, you know what I meant to say. You'll find lots of good stuff there that will really make you a better player. And then lastly, when you're on my site, you can go to the products page and you got a bunch of video tutorials. I mean, if you got all my tutorials plus this one, you're going to be kicking some serious butt when it comes to the power, the tone, the focus, the attack, the facility on the horn, the upper register. I'm very confident of that. There's a lot of stuff that you'll be working on improving. So until next time, I'm Kurt Thompson. I wish you success in ultimate improvement and results in upper register improvement and attainment. See you next time.